Thank you for joining this lesson. Remember to subscribe to our channel and to also share the link with your friends. We are going to study circle chords and tangents, whereby we're going to consider the KCSE 2016 Mathematics Paper 2. This is number 18. In the figure below, P, Q, R, and S are points on a circle with center O. Then PRT and USTV are straight lines. Line USTV is a tangent to the circle at S. Then the angle RST is 50 degrees and the angle RTV is 150 degrees. According to the diagram, we have 150 degrees, 50 degrees, a straight line, a tangent at S. Then we are taught to calculate the size of the angle ORS. We are going to use the angle properties of a circle and also tangents properties, and we see the sizes of the different angles outlined here. Therefore, the first angle is ORS. Angle ORS. So as we see angle ORS, we can try to use the provided angles to know missing angles. For example, if this is a straight line, then we can say we have 30 degrees at this point. And now that this is 30 degrees and SRT is a triangle, 30 degrees and 50 degrees, then the missing angle is automatically going to become 100 degrees. So that inside this triangle, we have 180 degrees. Now that this is 100 degrees, we can solve other angles. For example, we know that when a tangent meets a chord such that the tangent and the chord are making an angle, then the same chord should subtend an equal angle in the alternate segment, which means this chord, which is making an angle of 50 degrees with the tangent, is also producing an equal angle of 50 degrees in the alternate segment. Therefore, the angle at P is 50 degrees. Further, we can also say that because we know that the angle subtended by a chord at the center of a circle is double the angle subtended by the same chord at the circumference, then SR produces the angle at P, and it is also producing another angle at the center, which means the angle at the center here is going to be double the angle at the circumference, and the angle at O is 100 degrees. If this angle is 100 degrees, and we know that OR is radius and OS is also radius, then the base angles are going to be equal and their sizes will be 40 degrees, 40 degrees. So those angles are equal. So with those angles being equal, we can check whether we are able now to sort our angle ORS. ORS 40 degrees. So the angle here is 40 degrees. Alternatively, we could have said a radius and a tangent meet to make 90 degrees. Therefore, if they meet to make 90 degrees and we already have 50, then the remaining angle here is 40 degrees. Now that it is 40 degrees and both this angle and this one are bases of an isosceles triangle, then this one would automatically have become also 40. So this angle is sorted. The other angle is USP. USP. So we can continue filling the angles. We know that along this straight line, we have 40 degrees and 100 degrees. This means the remaining angle here is also 40. The remaining angle is also 40 because along this straight line, then we should have 180. We have 140. So this one becomes 40 automatically. Now that this one is 40 and this one is 40, then the angle PRS is 80 degrees. And if PRS is 80 degrees, PRS is 80 degrees, PRS should be equal to another angle. Remember, UST is a tangent and UST is meeting PS. which is a chord, to make an angle here. Then the same chord subtends 80 degrees here, which means the angle left here is also 80 degrees, because if 80 degrees are left here, that same chord should subtend an equal angle in the alternate segment, and we already have the angle in the alternate segment, so the angle made by the chord and the tangent should be the same, 80 degrees. So the angle USP is also 80 degrees, so Roman 2 is again sorted. If Roman 2 is sorted, let's look at Roman 3, PQR. 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 Okay, let's sort PQR. We know that this is along a straight line, so we can get the small angle at this point. Now that we have 80, we have 40, and we have 50 degrees. So it means this is going to be 10 degrees. So with 10 degrees, it means the angle now, the angle PSR is equal to 50, because we have 10 and 40. So if this is 50 degrees and the angle at Q is the opposite angle following this isosceles quadrilateral PQRS, four-sided, and the vertices are touching the circle at the circumference, we call it a cyclic quadrilateral. So we have 50 here. The opposite angle in the cyclic quadrilateral should give us a 180. So this means if this is 50, then the angle at Q is going to be 130. So PQR is 130 degrees. So that's how we sort the angles inside that diagram. Thank you for following. Subscribe and share the link.